Sunday! Sunday! Should it be a yay? Maybe it should be a boo. It's already the end of the weekend. Can you believe it? Ooh. The weekend's already done, man. I feel like all I did was just run errands this week. Every single day was just me running errands. Yesterday, I don't know. Yesterday I did the stream. We did the members only yesterday, working together. Which thank you to the members who helped me get stuff done. I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 things on my checklist, and I did 1 thing, which is better than none. So yeah, you know, if I was there by myself, I probably wouldn't have done anything. So shout out to the members. Hello, good morning, good morning. Yeah, sorry for the bit of a baity title. Yeah, no worries. Not a graduation. Not a graduation. I'm going on spring break. Spring break is gonna it makes me sound like I'm so young. Yeah, we're going to like Miami for spring break, and we're gonna like be drinking at all the bars, talking to all the finance bros, and then also like going to the beach and like wearing our bikinis. No. I'm going to gonna visit family. Going to Japan literally on Wednesday. These last like couple weeks have just been like, you know, just thinking last few weeks has just been like one day at a time, which is like not ideal when you're planning for a trip, especially like an international trip. I feel like just because it's international, it makes me feel, I don't know, a lot more nervous, like nerve-wracking about it. Does that make sense? I feel like there's just like a lot more to prepare for. Luckily, like, but when I get there, my mom and my brother will already be there, so it could be brain off Boomy. But getting to the airport, thinking like, oh man, I gotta pack. Where's my passport? No, I have my passport. I have it in my drawer. Yeah, mostly just packing, getting stuff done beforehand. I've been trying to find like omiyage to get for my cousins and stuff, but I have so many cousins. I'm just like, dude, if I were to get one for everybody, I'd be spending like $1,000, man. And some of them have kids, so I was thinking like, should I get them like, I don't know, like American ABC books, but anyways, if you like to mark yourself present for today's stream, let me see some suns in the chat. Let's do suns for a sunny Sunday. Is it sunny where you are today? In the great old New York City, it is dense fog. Dense fog. Just wait, let me take a look at the temperature. Oh my god, dude, yesterday was insane. Okay, wait, here, let me tell okay, so today is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 42. Just cloudy and fog. Seems like rain is on the schedule for most of this week, actually. Mostly like nighttime rains. Yesterday was crazy though. Literally, so yesterday after I did the stream, I woke up, did the stream, then immediately after I had to go to my hair appointment, which I was late to because I think I missed my train. I don't know. My phone was like, okay, you know, the train should be coming in 2 minutes by the time I got to the station. I was waiting there for like 10 minutes, maybe more. I was thinking like, bro, what the heck? So I ended up being really a little bit late to my appointment, but thankfully the lady was super nice. And she kept saying like, oh wow, like your hair is so dry. How's your diet? Like what vitamins are you taking? I'm like, vitamin? Like maybe I'll take the women's gummy vitamins if I remember. And it's just like, well, how's your diet? Like, are you eating your fruits and vegetables? Kimchi? Does that count? I eat kimchi with my food. The Boomi diet consists of rice, protein, a miso soup, and kimchi. Maybe I gotta switch it out with some different veggie. I don't know. But yeah. So when I left for the appointment, it was like 80 degrees. 80 degrees. Warm it up for me. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I can't walk on water. Father, hold me close. Don't let me drown. It was so hot. It was so hot outside, man. And then I was probably there for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Maybe 3. I don't know when she took me in. But I probably left at like 5. Something was like 2 hours. 5:30 if I left there. And when I left, it was cold. Apparently it was like a record, or at least close to a record-breaking temperature drop in the city. 80 degrees at like 4:51 p.m. 1 hour later at 5:51 p.m. it dropped to 44 degrees. I was walking back. I was like, bro, I'm shivering. Like, it's so cold. I didn't even have a raincoat. I had like one of those like workout like zip ups, you know? Not that I work out. I think I just got it at like Costco or something because I needed a zip up. But I was just wearing one of those. So it's like thin material. Oh my god. I was wearing that and like a tank top and like some loose like pants I got from Uniqlo. Yeah, in an hour the temperature dropped like 40 degrees. It was like some kind of record. Like I saw like so many videos, I guess, or like pictures on Reddit where you'll see like Central Park just being flooded by people, and just like, you know, people just out there enjoying the weather, picnicking, which is pretty normal for like the first warm day of the year. But I was just thinking, like, dude, imagine like you're just chilling 80 degrees and 1 hour later they just said it was instant too, like just a gust of cold wind just blew through. Yeah, so that was something. And I had to rush home because I was gonna go eat dinner with my brother and his friends at 8 p.m. So I rushed home so that way I can change. And even then, I was still in a rush. I didn't really have much time to like change my outfit. I probably should have got like a thicker coat. I don't know. Because I went from that sports jacket to a like a raincoat, which was a little thicker but hardly any better for what I was wearing. And I threw like a sweatshirt on too. I thought I'll be fine. The joke's on me. I wasn't. It's so nice outside, Kokosta. Yeah, literally. Thankfully, I was inside for that change. I knew it was gonna be cold later, but I didn't think it would be that cold later, you know? Anyways, Ryan, welcome. Good morning, Omniverse. Hello. Memory card, sun's out, guns out. Oh man, too bad sun's gone. Means I should put my guns away, huh? That's my Johnny Bravo impression. Welcome. Good morning. It's so cold. Barely 30 degrees Celsius. 30 degrees Celsius would be what? Like 60 something Fahrenheit, right? YK? Good morning. I think like I would say, so I grew up like mostly on like an island, like tropical island. I would say for me, ideally, well, on the island it was like always like 70, I would say 70s to like maybe like 80 something. I remember one time on Christmas it was like 90 degrees and I was like, whoa, it's so hot outside. No kid was playing outside with their toys because it was too hot. but I think my sweet spot would probably be like, I think like 70s would be nice. I love wearing sweaters, to be honest. Even though I've been thinking my summer fits go kind of hard lately. Winters, I feel like winters I like to dress baggy and a little tomboyish, maybe like a little bit of academia vibe. I like to throw on the white button-up collar and throw a little sweatshirt on top of that. I get a little bit of an academia vibe, and then I'll wear some like loose pants or a skirt. In the summers though, Wait, I don't know. I don't know. I have to try on all my clothes too before I go. On the bright side, I'm thinking that when I leave for Japan, because I feel like I'm in desperate need of a wardrobe refresh. I cleaned up my closet not well enough. I think I might have to do a second comb through. But I threw everything that I didn't want to wear into a bag for donation. Didn't tell donation to come pick it up yet. But at least it's set aside for now. It's been set aside for like, I don't know, like 2 months. But I forgot where I was going with that. I don't know. I want to buy just like a bunch of clothes while I'm in Japan, because I just keep thinking like, oh, I wanna go to Uniqlo or something while I'm here, because we got plenty of Uniqlos in New York, right? And I was just thinking like, oh, I wanna. Like, I just keep thinking like I want to buy stuff there, but then I thought, why buy it now when I can go wait and buy it there and it'll probably be cheaper. And then I bring it back. So that's the plan. Uniqlo. I bought like a bunch of stuff from Zara last year too, for like half price because of the yen being weak. So I'm probably gonna take advantage of that. Uniqlo, Zara. Oh, I saw like very cute stuff at H&M, but you know, it's H&M. Is it really gonna be that great quality? When I went to go eat with my brother, we went to this tonkatsu place in Midtown called Katsuhama. Wait, let me show you what I got. I don't even think I have a picture of it. I should have taken a picture of the food. What was I thinking? I got... Okay, so they have the best tonkatsu that I've had in the city. Let me just get like a regular picture first. Okay, I'm taking this one from Reddit. We all get used to a certain temperature. In my case, it's 100 degrees. What? And once it was 63, 145? That's so crazy. I can't stand the heat, honestly. I don't know. In the winter, I'm just like, man, I wish it was something like, you know, the grass is always greener in the with the temperature changes. But I don't know. I think after last summer, like commuting and stuff, because it gets so hot underground. There's not like ventilation or whatever in the train stations. And the air in general in the metro stations is just so gross. I think I prefer the cold. You can at least bundle up in the cold, but when it's too hot, you can't like get naked. You know what I mean? And then even if you're naked and you're still hot, what do? Right? That's crazy. 100, I could probably, like, I wouldn't be outside for that, but I can probably like reluctantly deal with it. I've experienced it before, but 145 is insane. That's like oven temperature. Winter's easier to dress for as a guy. Yeah, a hack for girls. If you get like the I mean, I think they probably make tights like this, but it's been like my new go-to. If I want to wear like a short skirt, you get like the thermal, like something that matches your skin tone, like the long johns, I guess. It's kind of like they have like the felt on the inside. You put that on, and then you can put your tights on top of it, and then it looks like you're wearing regular tights, but you're actually like super bundled up. It's Pog. Boomi is as a party demon. You make us proud during your spring break. Okay. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Maybe I'll take the opportunity to actually like try out some places. I don't know. Like I don't think I'll go clubbing or anything. I don't know. I have like a lot of housekeeping. Then maybe instead of spring break, it's like spring cleaning. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I got a lot of housekeeping stuff to take care of. I need to, like, one thing that I've been pushing off forever is cleaning up my files. Like, not just, I mean, I have to clean up like my memory on here, because I have 16.6 gigs free of 463 gigs free on the computer, and then I gotta move it to my hard drive where I have like some terabytes free. It's in the red, and I think that's probably where a bulk of like my PC issues are coming from. I need to do that. And then on top of that, I was thinking like, well, I should probably, as I'm going through these files, like rename some of the stuff for OBS, because I can't find anything nowadays. I'm in a desperate need of just like looking through my stuff. Well, let's see, what else did I want to do? I think that's the big thing. I really need to like go through my PC files. That's a huge thing. I'll be honest, I didn't really get the chance to plan about like the things that I wanted to talk about during the stream, not gonna lie. It's just been so busy the last few days. So it's just it'll come to me, it'll come to me. If we have awkward silences, just blame my lack of preparation, okay? Oh, another thing, I've been wanting to like add stuff to I wanted to add like new sounds to the soundboard. Really need to clean up my stream deck. I just be adding stuff onto there randomly, just like not really touching it. I don't know. I have wait, let me take a look at my Google Keep. Whenever I have ideas, I just put it in there, and it's just a lot of stuff in here right now. Oh yeah, I got some rabbit holes that I wanted to research into. Some videos that I wanted to catch up on. Yeah. Just a lot of things. There's so much I can scroll on. Wow. Crazy. Okay. If I disappear, I have to work. That's okay. Nice use of JJ the jet plane on the thumbnail. Oh my god, yeah. So when I was making the thumbnail for today, which is here, this cursed little image right here, I just wanted to do something that was like, you know, me in the airplane, right? Let me move it over here. I wanted to do something with me in the airplane. So I could be like, you know, waving off, like, bye, I'm going on vacation. But I couldn't really like put my head on like the right spot, except for right there. That's the only place that made sense. And I was like, oh, this looks like JJ the jet plane. And yeah. I could have gone for a regular JJ, but I went for this girl. I don't even know what her name is. Did you see the meme for this? Have you ever seen the meme for this? I don't know if I could find it, but I just looked up JJ the jet planes. Like I have just you know, something to put on here, and it was like a Reddit post. Was it a Reddit post? Or maybe it was a Tumblr post. I don't know, but somebody was like, I want that girl plane from JJ the jet plane to suck me off. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I don't agree with the sentiment, but I can understand where you're coming from. There's something like vaguely DSL about her face. I think JJ's getting a reboot. Really? You know, I remember I did watch the show growing up, but not like often. Is JJ like related to Thomas? No, they're not like the same automobileverse, are they? Either way, I remember I didn't watch a lot of Thomas growing up, but I did watch a lot of JJ. I think my brother was into it. I don't know, but I don't think that I watched it like happily, but I did watch it when it was on. But I always remember like wishing that it looked different. So it had to be like the premise of the show must have been like fine, but the actual why would they do this? Like surely even back then they're like, this is not right? The more I look, she has to go. The more I look at her, the more displeased I'm getting. I don't like that. It looks better than the Thomas reboot. I don't even know what the Thomas reboot looks like, to be honest. Were you guys like into automobiles growing up? My dad was a big car guy. I guess he still is. So my brother also ended up being hugely into cars. I guess he still is too. I remember one time my brother and we counted all of his Hot Wheels. Probably had like over 200, like 50 or something, 250 Hot Wheels. We had like a huge case that we put all the Hot Wheels in, and then that got filled up, so we had to get another one. And because we used to play with the Hot Wheels too. We called the game Talking Cars. I think this was like one of the first games that we used to play. It's like, you know, instead of playing with your dolls, it was basically that. It was literally just cars, because we had the carpet too. You know, like the little driving carpet with like all the stores and stuff. And then in Japan, you could get like the small little sets. So I think there's like a parking lot set or something that you could get with the cars. So yeah, we basically made our own Cars movie by playing the game. We were playing this game for years too, and we had like deep storylines. I don't remember what specifically, but I remember like one time, like I got so into it, and like the car that I was playing at like was getting bullied by like all the other cars, and like I actually felt upset. I was in my actor era. I was just like, well, then I'm just gonna go far away from here. Or something. I don't know. I just remember like my heart breaking. And then they released a trailer for Cars, and then me and my brother were like, we were actually serious. We told our parents like, can we like sue Disney because they stole our idea? Like, this is copyright infringement, right? Little did we know how the law works. Oh, so JJ and Thomas are completely separate. You could argue Tugs and Thomas share the same world. Tugs? Character of Big Mickey. What is Tugs? Is this like about tow trucks? Tugs. Show. What is this? He's like a steamboat. A British television series. Interesting. Well, I mean, I guess he does look like Thomas. Here, let me show this to you guys too. Where is it? Where is he? What? Tugs? Mr. Tugs? Oh, because it's a web dot. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay, well, whatever. You can Google it. Just imagine Thomas's face on a steamboat. I mean, this guy looks a little bit more cartoony though. But I mean, they look similar. They look like they're in the same universe, more so than JJ the jet plane. These guys are actually cute, whereas JJ is like a monstrosity. I don't understand how that got approved whatsoever. How do they look at that and they're just like, yeah, this is fine. The kids will love this. Surely they must have known. The kids, in fact, well, I mean, I guess the kids, in fact, did love it if they're doing a reboot. I'll admit I wasn't a fan of All Engines Go, the more cartoony look and feel, which Big World Adventures started with engines jumping off the tracks and using wheels as hands and what? I feel like the fun of it is that they're limited in their body movements though, right? Like we don't need to anthropomorphize the vehicles. That's something for the fandom to handle. That's something for the children to find out on their own later on in their life. Man, remember Thomas the Tank Engine? Actually, if I look up JJ the jet plane fan art, what do you think is gonna come up? JJ the jet plane fan art. Well, Well. Okay, this is like cropped, so let me there you go. You see this, chat? You know, it's better than what I was expecting. I was expecting like unironic, you know, awakening kind of fan art. But at least there's irony here. So this is well cursed. Not bad. Not bad. What is this? What the fuck is this? What is JJZ? At least it's ironic, right? Oh, this guy used to be my favorite character. I remember from watching the show. And I think it's probably because he doesn't look as scary to look at as everybody else. I hated this guy. This guy was scary. Yeah, I think this guy was probably my favorite because he doesn't look that real. Everybody else is like I'm sure I've seen a child that might look like that from a bad angle. Maybe even an adult. What is this? What is this? Alright, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, that's the new JJ? Wait, I didn't even look at it. New JJ the jet plane. New show. Oh, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting this at all. I don't know. It seems I get it. Wait, here, let me go to the other side. I get it, but I think it's like it's too much of a change. But then again, imagine like this just takes off and you know, all the kids are into it, and like this completely like resets the image of JJ the jet plane for a new generation. Then they're like, when they're grown, they're like, oh, like there was an older show, JJ the jet plane, I wonder what that looks like. And then they see this. You know what? Change it as much as possible. Let's go with this JJ the jet plane. So that way people can go back, and when they've completely forgotten how it used to look, they can go back and see this monstrosity. This is on PBS. On PBS Kids. So I must have been watching this as I was like watching like... What I was watching like... I think I was a big fan of Between the Lions. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to see Cliffhanger. Can't hold on much longer. I wanted to see him get up, but I don't think I ever did. I feel like I've only seen like 3 episodes of Between the Lions because of reruns. Because I wasn't watching PBS that often, but when I did, it was always the same freaking episode of everything. You don't want to know how bad All Engines Go is? All Engines Go. Oh, yeah. Wait, you know, here, let me show you guys this one more time. It looks like a modern cartoon. I don't know how else to explain it. You know what I mean? Like how modern cartoons, they have, what is it, like flash animation? Like the animation just feels kind of really... Is this smooth, the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. It just feels like it was made recently. You know what I mean? Cheaply made? I don't know. I don't know if that's the word that I want to use. $2021. Okay, yeah. So that makes sense. It definitely has that like, hey, remember this IP, let's make a cartoon of it and throw it onto Netflix. Like, not exactly like Cocomelon, but probably, you know, they're like, hey, let's just compete with Cocomelon. I don't know. I haven't watched shows like this in forever, but that's the kind of vibe that I get from them. Oh yeah, Bob the Builder also got a rough transition into CGI. Wasn't he always? Was he? I remember they changed them. I watched a lot of Bob the Builder too. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder, yes we can. And you know, oh yeah, oh. Bob? Was he stop motion before? That seems like a lot of work. That's like so what's stop motion? That's a lot of work. That's so impressive. Oh right, because they did this like Play-Doh or something. That's crazy. I always assumed that it was like CGI made to look like stop motion. Yeah, I don't know, but the new, you know, I might as well just leave this up. The new Bob the Builder looks like he's like from a Home Depot commercial or something. I don't know. He looks like he's trying to sell me something. She looks like he's trying to sell me something for sure. Like they look like they'd be on like a, I don't know, hey, it's Bob the Builder and a Home Depot collaboration. Come shop at Home Depot and get all your Bob the Builder like merchandise or whatever. I don't know, like it's not right. And you know what I used to love? And this was like, I was probably like too old to be watching these preschooler shows. Made by the people of Bob the Builder. What was it called? What was it called? It was called, it was like two, oh my god, the two Australian guys. They were like wombats, they were brothers, and they would fly. Bob the Builder, what is this called? The like wait, let me see. Bob the Builder wombats. Maybe they'll come up. It was like the other show, and it was made by the same people. I loved it. It was so cool. The Koala Brothers, yes. It was so cute and cozy. Koala Brothers. I loved it. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Look how cute they are, guys. I was probably like in middle school and I was still watching this. Like if I woke up early enough. Oh my god, unironically, I love the Koala Brothers. I don't really remember much about the show, like the plot and stuff. Oh my god, that's so sick. Look, there's actually stop motion. It's so cute. Oh, was it the same? Oh yeah, now that you mention it, it does look different. Their eyes are different. Because Bob is British, and then the Koala Brothers, I think, is like Australian. I'm assuming that this was like made for TV in Australia because they're Australian. Look at this, it's so cute. Koala Brothers, they have full episodes on YouTube. I just want to take a peek. Let's just take a peek, a quick peek. Wow, they're only 10 minutes too. I remember this duck a lot. If you're in trouble and you need someone to help you out, there's no need to whistle. And there's why is 480p? That's it. Hey, help is on its way. Oh, look at them all waving.
It's an invite from the Koala Brothers to a picnic.
Yeah, that's so crazy that they do this all in stuff. That's so much work.
It's over at Red Rock.
Red Rock?
Are you gonna get copyrighted? I don't think so. I can dispute it. I think we'll be okay. That's so cute, man.
I know. I need flour.
Flour. If we do get copyrighted, well, that is why we have monetization. Don't forget to support the channel. You can support me on Ko-fi or through a super chat, and then that makes everything okay if we get copyrighted. Man, I remember the turtle a lot too. Here, let me make the volume a little quieter. They're so cute. No wonder why I enjoyed this show so much. The animation's like so smooth too. I can't believe. Wait, let me look at Bob the Builder. I can't believe that it's stop motion. Maybe Caterpillar. Oh, I used to love the Wiggles too. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the Builder. Yes, we can. Let's go.
Huge. It might be for a bigger machine than you, Benny.
Man, look at that.
Let me try some.
Okay, but be careful.
Well, then again, during this time, like stop motion animation was kind of popular, right? Because I'm also thinking of like Robot Chicken, right? Because the way that Bob moves, like how fluid he is, it kind of reminds me of Robot Chicken, right? Just seems like a lot of work to do for a cartoon, like for a children's cartoon. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't seem like you see that same amount of effort, I guess, put into it. Cough, cough, looking at that all engines go, the Thomas the Tank Engine thing, you know what I mean? It seems like that companies are willing to cut corners. Companies are willing to cut corners because of it's children's media. Robot Chicken did some Bob parody. The way that Bob like moved his head, like it just gave me like really big Robot Chicken vibes. Doesn't surprise me that they did a parody of that. That reminds me, speaking of modern slop for modern children, well, I should stop putting away this. I have to show you. Okay, so Movie Tuesdays, right? As you all know, AMC in the state of New York had this lawsuit for whatever reason. So if you like paid a convenience fee, if there's anybody in the state of New York, if you paid a convenience fee for AMC theaters, like think of like if you paid online, you are eligible to receive, or you should have received on your account, a free year of AMC like premiere stubs. So that's kind of like the membership, I guess. I don't know like what tier it is. I don't know how many tiers that they have, but this is like a membership thing. And you get like discounts and stuff. You get like your points don't expire or whatever. You get like some perks, free upgrade, and the big thing though is that they have discounted movies on Tuesdays. So instead of paying like $23 for a movie ticket, I'm paying $8 for a movie ticket. I've tried to make it a thing to go to the movies every single Tuesday and see what people have been talking about. So far, I went to go watch, I saw Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because it started in February. So I saw Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Mickey 17, and most recently, I went to go to see Looney Tunes. Was it Donald and Daffy? Or I don't know, was it The Day the Earth Blew Up? A Looney Tunes movie? Something like that. I went to go see that recently. And it was... Guys, it was so good. It was so good. Nobody putting effort like this nowadays with how technology is now. Yeah, and with people. Like, I feel like you'd still have people who want to make that kind of like high effort things for children. Like people who are still passionate about children's media, which is like, I don't see... I think it's like really just like the corporatism. Like people are just like... The higher ups are just like, well, they're just kids. Like, why not save some money and like go the cheaper route? And you have to sacrifice your art in order for the bottom dollar. In order to appease the bottom line, in order to see the number go up, I guess. Which I always think like, okay, sure, it's probably like a lot more effort, but I think like in the long run, it seems like very like short-term investment to go for the lazy route. No child is gonna have fun. I mean, maybe they might, but like, I don't know. It's not gonna hold up, right? Versus like if you look at like kids media back in the day, back in my day, I'm sure that there's still like good stuff out right now. I know Bluey's like Bluey is a good example of that. I've seen clips and stuff, and you just hear so much about how adults appreciate what Bluey is doing, being able to appeal to like both parents and children, and I don't know, I feel like it has that staying power because the adults are like emotionally invested, the kids are gonna have good memories with it, and I think that's just like it's a testament to like, you know, if you actually put like passion into the things that you're doing, like who's gonna remember like this JJ the Jet Plane reboot? Like I don't know. It's also just like it's not like I'm watching this. Who am I to talk? But at least from what I can tell from like how people are talking about these shows, Bluey is gonna be here to stay for a long time because it's actually good. Look at stuff like Miraculous and Go, and this is like Teen Titans Go. What our current generation is growing up. Teen Titans Go kind of reminds me of like I don't know, maybe like an Uncle Grandpa or something, maybe like a Chowder, but for Teen Titans. I mean, it's not like I watched it, but I think like as maybe like I don't know. Like I said, it's not like I watched it. I watched Clipsinger here and there, and I could appreciate it from the little that I've seen for what it is, but I also get that it's like such a jarring jump from seeing like Teen Titans go from what it was to what it is in Go. but I think it's like they're just trying to accomplish like something completely different. Because Teen Titans Go, I think, came off the heels of sort of like that random XD era of children's cartoons, right? Which I am automatically thinking like Chowder and Uncle Grandpa. I remember like kids hated Chowder when it first came out, and I look back on it now, I'm like, this is so funny. I love Chowder, but I remember like going home on the bus and people were like, oh, I bet you watch stupid shit like Chowder. Not saying that to me, but I heard them talking to other kids. I'm like, Chowder is not stupid shit, Chowder is good. Yeah. They just accomplish different things, both Teen Titans Go and the original Teen Titans. I think that they should bring back like something along the same vein though, because I remember, I mean, but then again, I think when Teen Titans was out, that you kind of had that sort of like darker cartoons were out at the time too. And I haven't really like watched like the Batman animated series. I don't even know what channel that was on, but it was never on when I was watching it. But I kind of remember like the vibe for like children's cartoons being kind of like that, if that makes sense. Yeah, that and I remember like they had like a Ninja Turtles cartoon around that same time. Avatar, The Last Airbender being like serialized, so maybe Teen Titans, you know, serialization for both the cartoons. Like maybe that was just like the thing of that time. They're just following the trends. I don't know. Miraculous Ladybug not being good. I remember like the fandom being like hugely popular. I gave it a shot. I watched like a couple of episodes, I think on YouTube, maybe like 2 or 3. I thought like, oh, this is interesting. Like I can see like why people would invest in it. I think like the, what was it? Cat Noir and like Ladybug, they have like that hook, right? The relationship. Oh, she has a crush on him, and she doesn't know that like that annoying superhero boy is actually her crush. Right? I can see girls getting invested in that. I totally would have as a kid. I think that was my impression. Like I was like, oh, I probably would have liked this as a kid. But it's still going on, right? I feel like it could get outplayed very easily. Or overplayed. Boomy, give me your best rada rada. Rada rada rada. Rada! Rada rada! Rada! What about I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. Chowder was literally the funniest thing to me as a kid. You take the moon and you take the sun. You take anything that seems like fun. You stir it all up and then you're done. Rada, 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 rada. So come on in, feel free to do some looking. Stay a while cause something's always cooking. So come on in, feel free to do some looking. Stay a while cause something's always cooking, yeah! That song has never left my brain. I'm surprised I still remember it. One of my least favorite episodes was when they were gonna go to the beach and like, I think, what was it, Chowder had to pee or something? He had the bottomless soda. And I was just like, come on, they're in a rush. They have to go. It was just dumb humor at its finest. That's it. That's what it was. It was just pure, like, you know, cartoon stupidity. Which brings me back to the Looney Tunes. I know it's like a very limited release. So what happened to maybe I can bring up the poster to indicate that we are chatting about this movie. Gosh, dude. So I went to this movie last week. I went to a 7 p.m. showing on a Tuesday, which may be why there was no kids there. But it didn't really cross my mind that this was like a children's movie. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go watch a Looney Tunes movie. You know, that was like the vibe. I'm gonna go watch a Looney Tunes movie. Where is it? Where's the picture? You know what? I'll just do a new one. Oh, Eden and Eddie was my favorite. Mizuki! Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello! We're talking about kids' cartoons, actually. Hello! Welcome, welcome! Good luck on your debut today! Welcome, welcome! Make sure you guys go to Mizuki's channel later. Here, let me give you your wrench. Tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. There you go. Mizuki-chan's having her 2.0 debut, so make sure you guys go check it out. I was watching the rehearsal. It was so good, so cute. The big picture. Oh yeah, Ed and Eddie. Dude, I loved Ed and Eddie. I think like that part, like that era of cartoons, Ed and Eddie, like that was like my cartoons time. I was a big Cartoon Network kid growing up. I watched a lot of Cartoon Network because I had a TV in my room. I remember having a TV in my room like when I was in kindergarten, and I would stay up watching like Powerpuff Girls. I loved Johnny Bravo. I Am Weasel his own show? I Am Weasel. I think, did he have his own show? I don't know, but like those Hanna-Barbera, like those 90s Hanna-Barbera cartoons I did watch quite a bit of. What else was there? Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls. I was big into Powerpuff Girls too. But it's funny because I haven't really, like, you know, Powerpuff Girls like stay in your conscious for a while, but like I haven't returned to it in a long time. So if I were to watch it again, I probably wouldn't really, I don't know, it'd probably just be like a wave of nostalgia because I don't really remember the plot lines. What's happening? Talking about cartoons. I heard the Earth blew up only costed 15 million, but WB, yeah. So Warner Brothers, I think they wanted to make this straight for streaming. The intention was to put this on HBO Max, I'm sorry, Max. But for some reason, I think they're just like, you know what? Let's try and put this in the theaters. I don't really know. Or maybe they're trying to, like, you know, Coyote v Acme it or whatever that one was called. You know, just shelf it and write it off as a tax break. Because I think when Warner Bros. Merged with Discovery, they also inherited like a lot of debt. So I think, you know, they're trying to find ways to be able to cut corners and reconsolidate that debt or something like that. Either way, this movie was supposed to go to streaming, and then they changed their mind to go to the theater. But I think maybe they did, like, I don't know. I just know that, like, this distributor, I think called Ketchup Entertainment, it's Ketchup something. They're the ones who bought the film rights to the movie and was like, hey, you know, let's just put this out. We should just put this out there. So I think that's probably why it has a very limited release. When I was looking at it, it was only one movie theater. Only one movie theater was showing it. Maybe, I think. Or it was just like my usual movie theater wasn't showing it. That's all that I know. I had to go to Times Square. Ew. To go watch this movie. But if you get a chance to see it, if it's in the theater, you know, even if it's just like a matinee showing, I highly recommend it. It's just an hour and a half of just pure silly cartoon humor. It's just so funny, and like the animation is beautiful too. Guys, I remember like when we walked in, gosh, I have so many things that this is like offshooting into. When we walked in, it was kind of a full house, actually. We walked in, we sat down, it was kind of a full house. I looked around and I noticed that it was only adults in the theater. And I didn't think much of it until they started showing the trailers for the next movie. Or like, you know, the trailers for like other movies you should go see. It was just all like, it was like the Smurfs. The Bad Guys 2. Some other kids movie, I think. I don't really remember. It was when the Smurfs came up though. It was kind of like a sobering, like, oh, right, this is like a kids movie. I looked around and literally not a single child in that movie theater. It was 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. I don't know if that was like, you know, the time that kids don't go to the movie theater. But then again, an hour and a half for a movie, I don't know. Either way, not a single child in the theater. And you know what kind of theater crowd you get when the AMC Nicole Kidman, like, that little thing, whatever, is that a commercial? I don't know. When that thing starts playing, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. When people are cheering at that little advert, you know that you have like movie buff, like meme lord, like kind of like people who are actively using their letterboxd. You know what kind of crowd that you got. And once I heard people cheering at that, I was like, okay, you know, this is kind of like a relaxed vibe, I guess. Before, okay, you know what? I need to show you. I need to show you this to you guys. There were 2 trailers, and it got me thinking. Like, is this like a warm up? Like the opening act? Okay. All right. Okay, guys. I have to show you this. So yeah. Immediately after the Bad Guys 2, you know, and you know the Bad Guys 2 is the Bad Guys. I heard was pretty well received. It's been on my watch list, so maybe I might watch it on the airplane while I'm gone. But you know, they had the Bad Guys 2 trailer. You know, the Smurfs trailer is a little bit like, if you've seen like a Trolls trailer or anything, like you know what the Smurfs is about. It's just them singing and being like, they had this one joke that was just like, oh, what the Smurf are you smurfing about you mother smurfer. I don't know if they said mother smurfer, but you know, stuff like that, right? It was like that took up like maybe 30 seconds of the trailer, and then you're just like, oh brother, right? After that, they have like a couple of good trailers. You got one for the bad guys too, and you're like, oh, this looks like really good. Yeah, I heard like the first movie was really, really good, and it looks like fun, and the second one looks quite fun too. I mean, like a heist movie, I'm always down for a cool heist movie. So after that, you're feeling like a little bit better. Okay, let's just jump into this next trailer. I want you to feel the confusion, I think, that everybody else in the theater had. Not that there's anything wrong with this movie, but I think it's just not a movie that you would expect to see like a trailer playing at the movie theater. If that makes sense. Let's just sit back. Let's just sit back and you can already see the trailer title, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me for just a moment. Get down from there!
Right? And you're looking at this and you're like, this looks like straight to Netflix, right? It looks kind of like there's like a little bit of like a woodenness to it. Like it seems a little bit cheap, right? I was very surprised to see this kind of movie trailer at the theater.
Tell a great story about forgiveness.
Can we do this without the cat?
Stop right there.
Our story begins 2,000 years ago when baby Jesus came into the world.
And you're like, oh, it's a biblical movie.
Then I'm not interested.
And then that just confused me even more, because it's like, I mean, well, actually, no, this is coming out for Easter. I was thinking it should be out for Christmas, but I think Easter is a good time for it. But I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a movie trailer that you would see at the movie theaters. So everybody was like really confused. You could hear it like after the movie trailer, and everybody was like, But there's another trailer after this. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. There's another trailer after this. Right? So everybody is just kind of like, oh, interesting. Angel Studios does a lot of movie. When I looked it up, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I've never seen a trailer like this at the movie theater. I don't know. I guess I just kind of assumed that these would be like specifically the art direction is what I thought. It seemed just very like straight to Netflix. But okay, so imagine you just finished watching this trailer. I don't think anybody saw this coming before, right? The Sound of Freedom was one of their best films. You know, I was actually thinking like, oh, maybe I should like watch this one. I don't know. I love like biblical art and stuff. So to be able to like understand the story behind it, that way I can look at it with like new perspective. Wait, what was I thinking? Oh, okay. So, right. So, because I don't watch kids movies, so I don't know, or at least I don't watch them in theaters. So I don't know if this is like a because it seems like they probably make movies that are geared towards kids, right? So I don't know if like this is just like things that's just been happening lately. But either way, the whole crowd was just adults. So I think everybody else was in a similar boat where they're just like, oh, they're showing movies like this. Like trailers like this. But just wait. Okay, so immediately after that one, it's just a little bit of light confusion, of murmurs spreading through the theater. And then after that, we get this one. This one, should we watch the whole thing for this one? We might. I don't know.
Once a year, sneakerheads come together for the largest convention this side of the Hudson River.
The Sneakerhead Gala.
I go by the name of Mustard. Who's ready to party? Please welcome CP3, Chris Paul.
Congratulations to our winner.
I got the ticket. I won. These shoes, they're gonna change everything. Stay right here. I like him. My shoes.
Yeah,
Being kidnapped.
at the theater. Did she say kidnapped?
Where's the other one?
I've got to find that
Buster!
To me, like you can use my street smarts.
With you as my guide, nothing can go wrong. Ah, Pebble, Pebble, oh, I'm hit. I have to find my sister.
How we gonna find one sneaker in a city as big as New York?
Oh, I'll show you where to go, bro.
You and your mama?
Oh, my mom was a Louboutin.
Yeah, your mama was from Payless.
Bro. Bro.
What's the best way out of this prison?
Technically, it's not possible.
Just imagine all these trailers playing consecutively.
Soon as possible. We can't go that slow.
Wait, what?
We were really thinking like it can't be literally Toy Story, but with with just shoe jumps the entire time. You're thinking like it can't get any worse than the Smurfs, right? I feel like it made me think like
a difference to one kid.
do they like do this who controls the with the right there? Who controls the trailers that plays before? Because let me tell you, everybody was very loosened up after like all these trailers played.
Sneaks don't talk round here. We converse.
Oh, brother, and look at this. Look at that. Why is Captain America in this movie, man? How much money did Mustard pay this guy? So it's like I don't know. Before the movie, we had those. Who's Mustard? He's like a producer. He did one of the songs for Kendrick Lamar recently. Mustard. I don't know. I just know that part. Da 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 da. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Ba ba. Anyways, those are the. So you can imagine like that the theater was like a little bit loosened up before the movie started playing, because I think we're just kind of thrown off guard by just how cheap the last two movies looked. Especially Sneaks. Sneaks are just kind of looking at it and just like who approved it? Like, why would you even want your name attached to this movie? It's a cash grab if I ever heard one. I don't know if that's being released in theaters. I hope not. I hope it's not being released in theaters. Wait, let me see. Sneaks follows the adventures of Tai, a misguided designer sneaker who doesn't know life outside the comforts of his velvet-lined shoebox. After his sister is stolen by a shady collector, Tai must venture into NYC to find and rescue her. In his adventure, Tai meets a ragtag group of footwear friends from all walks of life, who help him find the courage to step outside of his shoebox and find his soulmate. Oh my god. AI generated movie, man. But that's the movie. So you know that plays and everybody is like, we're laughing at that movie, we're laughing at these trailers. So we're all primed and ready for this Looney Tunes movie. Honestly, after seeing those, I was just wondering, like, did they do this on purpose? Did they show Sneak's trailer right before this to just be like, hey, this is a reminder of like the shit that like they are pushing on, I don't know, pushing onto your kids, but they are making these things. Why show your kid that when you can show your kid this? This movie is just pure silly cartoon humor. Honestly, it has a lot of heart to it. It just kind of I saw somebody say that it reminded them of like channel flipping, and you know, you stumble upon like a cartoon on like Cartoon Network, like a movie on Cartoon Network or something. You just tune into it, and yeah, I don't know. It's just really great. It's really great. It's such a cute movie. It's so sweet, so silly, so funny. Honestly, like most of the time I forgot that this was even like a kids movie because it's just like pure, I don't know. This is for anybody. If you can see it, I highly recommend it. Sneak is gonna be one of the movies I sleep through on the plane. It's like, why is that a thing? And how much money did they pay Anthony Mackie? Wait, Sneaks, how much did it cost to make? Sneaks movie. Got a 4.3 out of 10. That's honestly a lot higher than I thought. Let's see, release date. Production. In November 2018, it was announced that Pixar veteran Teddy Newton was set to direct a new animated film titled Sneak. So he is from Pixar. In June 2021, it was announced that Rob Edwards would write the script and replace him as the director, and that Lawrence Fishburne would produce and provide the voice of the Collector. In October the same year, it was announced that Roddy Ricch, Ella Mai, Macy Gray, Sway Lee, and Chris Paul were to be cast in the film. In 2023, in February, it was announced that Anthony Mackie, Chloe Bailey, and Martin Lawrence were... What? What? And it's gonna be released in theaters? In more than 1,500 theaters nationwide? But it doesn't say how much it costs to make this movie. Okay, what about the day the Earth blew up? Oh, okay, so upon its announcement, The Day the Earth Blew Up was originally set to be released on HBO Max and the Acme Night block on Cartoon Network. The film, however, premiered at the Annecy International Film Festival on June 11, 2024, and had a limited release in the United States on December 13, 2024 by Ketchup Entertainment. So I guess maybe they put it at the film festival, and then it got like good reception, so they're just like, oh, well, you know, let's just put this in theaters. The budget was $15 million, and in the box office it made 9.7. I think that this would be like, once it hits streaming, I think you're gonna see a lot of memes for this movie, especially Father Jim. It's such a sweet movie because it's like Daffy and Porky are kind of like brothers. They grew up together. They had a farmer take them in, and yeah, farmer takes them in. They grew up really close, and it's sort of just like, it's kind of like Drake and Josh vibes almost. Like, you know, when Drake and Josh, when Josh like disowns Drake, you're not my brother anymore. They kind of have like that kind of like split, I guess, in the movie. Porky's like, you always fuck everything up, Daffy, because Daffy's just like really like loony. Really loony in this movie, and Porky's just like, dude, come on, like, we're about to lose our house. That's the whole plot of the movie too. They had the like HOA come over, and they're just like, oh my god, like, your house is fine except you have a hole in your house. They're like, a hole in our house? What do you mean? They look up, it's because a meteor blew a hole into their house when it crashed. And she's like, you guys got 10 days to get your house fixed, or else you're gonna have to move out. And they're like, no, this is the house we grew up in. This is the house Father Jim gave us. No. And they have to get their house fixed in 10 days. So they try like a lot of work. And as they're like doing these odd jobs, they start to uncover the mystery of the alien ship, or like I guess residue that destroyed their roof. And yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. If you get the chance to watch it, I highly recommend it. It's a nice turn your brain off for an hour and a half and just sit there and laugh. And I'm so glad that I got to watch this in theaters. If you get the chance to watch it on like a nice big screen, I recommend that too. Like even if it's just like watching it in your living room versus watching it on your iPad, or like watching it on your PC, so that way you can like be close to the screen, because the art in it is just really pretty, and they have like a lot of scenes, probably kind of like more filler, but like musical numbers in a way, like montage, I guess, where they just get really creative with it. I don't know. It's just like, you know, the cartoons where like the background is painted and like, yeah, it's just so nostalgic to like see something like this in modern times. I keep thinking like, what's my next movie gonna be? I don't even know what movies are coming out. I guess there's the Thunderbolts, but that comes out in May, right? Movies coming out in 2025. I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to have my movie Tuesdays this week or next week or the week after. Let's see, I'll be back in time for April 22nd will be my next movie Tuesday. I don't even know what's coming out. But the fun part is that I can like watch shitty movies, you know, because I'm only paying $8 for a ticket. And if you guys have any recommendations, you're more than welcome to be like, Boomy, I think you should watch this movie. You should go watch that movie. I'm gonna try and watch on the plane. I want to watch like the ones that were. I'm gonna watch. What do I want to watch? I think I might watch some of the Oscar-nominated movies. I did go see The Apprentice last year, because I just remember like all the controversy around it. So I was just like, you know what? I don't know if it's going to be showing in theaters for a long time, so I'm going to go watch it. It was such a good movie too. It was very unsettling in a way. But for me, being like a huge Succession head, you know, it was just a treat to see like Jeremy Strong acting, who plays Kendall Roy in my favorite TV show of all time, Succession. And Sebastian Stan did really, really well too. And I think just like it being, I was also very interested in like the you know, NYC in the 80s. Like you hear it's like always like really grimy and like crime ridden, and like it just feels like very Gotham like aesthetics. So I was very interested in learning more about that time, using that as like a launching point to like learn more. I don't know, if you're interested in like, I don't know, like political drama is the word for it. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good movie. I recommend it. What else? I want to watch A Real Pain. I really want to watch Sonora because it won Best Picture. Yeah. I'm trying to become not a film snob, but because I was just thinking like a couple years ago, what were the movies that I've seen in the theaters lately? And only thing I could think of for like the last like 10 years, the only movies I was gonna go see in the theaters were always MCU movies. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you know, tickets are just so expensive, and I mean, there really just wasn't like, I don't know, like hype, I guess, around other movies. I'm thinking like, well, what movies did come out during that time? If you're not paying attention, it's like hard to really care, I guess, for other movies that are coming out in a way. So I thought, hey, you know, I wanna expand my movie search roster. I don't know. My family, like, we grew up watching like a lot of movies because we had a lot of DVDs. We have so many DVDs. And my dad would just pop a DVD in every weekend. Typically it would be stuff like X-Men, Star Wars, Spider-Man. But sometimes we'll like venture off the beaten path. We'll do like, actually, I don't know. Maybe sometimes not really. Maybe like James Bond or something. But yeah. I just kind of thought like, well, a movie is like such a nice way to gain new perspective on things, but it's only if the movie is done similar with like children's media, right? It's only if the movie is done with like a lot of passion and care, and not done for like, I don't know, lining the pockets of the company, which is what I feel that Brave New World was. I think if I had to rank the movies that I saw this year, I've only seen what? This year I went to go see Nosferatu. I went to go see, I think that's it. Nosferatu, Brave New World, Mickey 17, Looney Tunes. And then on my own, last weekend I watched the first Harry Potter. The very first Harry Potter. Were you guys like big into Harry Potter growing up? I remember reading it because it was popular, but I wasn't like swept up in the whole craze or anything. I was interested in the whole boarding school aspect. I was like, man, it must be so cool to go to Hogwarts. I wish that could be me. I think that was the fun part. I like the school, the boarding school, and like the slice of life. And then I was reading it like non-stop too. I got up to like the 4th book around the time of the Yule Ball. And but I never seen any of the movies. Like when I'm flipping through the channels, I would, you'll catch like bits and pieces of Harry Potter, but you never, I'm not there at the beginning. So I'll just be like, yeah, whatever. Oh, it's Harry Potter, I'll just watch this later. Never did. So yeah, I watched the very first movie for the first time last weekend, and honestly, I was smiling throughout the whole thing. It was actually, it's such a sweet like magic. I can see why like it was such a popular franchise at the time, because like putting myself in the perspective of not even just like a teenager reading it but like at the age of the kids, all I could think about was like, it just looks like so much fun for the kids to be there to shoot. And then you'll see the behind the scenes stuff, and they just talk about how much fun they had shooting it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think we talked about it on Friday, right? And somebody mentioned like, oh, it's just like, it feels like a lot of oohs and ahs. My dad didn't like it. Someone in chat said that. And I feel like that's exactly what the movie is. But for me, that's part of the magic. And I feel like that's what, like if you're into that kind of stuff, that's what hooks people into not just the movies, but then also the what do you call it, like the merchandise, I guess. Because I remember going to the Harry Potter store with my cult sisters a couple years ago, and it was the same thing, all the oohs and ahs. Ooh, look, the picture is moving just like the movie. Ah, it's the golden snitch. But they were so into it, and I was just thinking like, well, I remember like Ollivander's like wand shop, and mostly like stuff from role-playing in the Harry Potter worlds. So when you're a new student, I joined not like a whole lot of role plays, but I wonder if the one that I'm thinking of is still up. There is one role play that I really wanted to join, but it seemed like kind of what do you call it? Oh no, it's still up. Oh guys, let me show you this. It just seemed kind of intense. I have a habit of like wanting to join roleplay, but not really like having the time to commit to it. Here it is. This one's called Aloha Mora. What's the Lohomora? Oh, that's the one to unlock the doors, right? Harry Potter RP in a dark slice of life setting. This is I loved roleplay sites like this. This one's on a site called JSync, or hosted on a site called JSync. This was established in 2017, so I guess I was still like searching for Harry Potter like places to join. I guess we can't really see inside, but they would like track the house points, and I think you can earn points by like participating in threads, and sometimes they'll do like event threads and stuff. And do they have like a register or something? Activity check. Yeah, you have to do like activity checks every once in a while because everybody would get like so offline, I guess. Can I click on these once? No, everything is privated. I used to want to be on this site so bad growing up. I was actually quite old by this time. Lumos, do you think this one will have? No. I feel like ones like this tend to stay alive a little bit longer. Oh, actually, maybe not. Oh, actually, yeah, look at this one. 2025, people are still posting in here. We got the sorting ceremony. But yeah, have you guys ever joined like sites like this before? I was obsessed with these things. I would like collect them, and then I would have like a cast of roleplay characters, right? I have like maybe like 5 that I would rotate between. Maybe like, yeah, closer to like, yeah, maybe 5, 3, 4, 5. Rotate between them and sort of adjust them to fit the specific roleplay that I'm thinking of. So you would go through here. Man, I wonder if I could find like another site like this so I can show you a little bit more. Probably not on here if this one's inactive. World lore. Well, yeah, you can go through like the approved characters or even like plotters and stuff. Let's go here. And then people will like post their threads in the plotters, and then they'll be like, hey, I'm looking for like a character that's like A, B, or C to be like, you know, this kind of relationship with my character. That's this kind of stuff that I'll be looking at. Silver Mists. I wonder if this one's also like a... I want to find one that's like this, because these... a quote-unquote like try-hard website. Isn't it so pretty? Cute and cool look, right? It's so pretty. But yeah. This one was, I wanted to go onto this site really bad. But yeah. They'll have like plotters and stuff, and you just like adjust your character and put it on there, and who was I even gonna say? Yeah, this is like my exposure to like Harry Potter stuff. This is like the part where I got really into it. Not that I ever ended up joining like any Harry Potter RP. I think none of them scratched the itch in the way that I wanted it to scratch. I looked into like stuff like this. I looked into like the Gmod RP servers. It was either like way too try hard or like way too casual, you know? I was never able to find that good. I think what I want is like Baldur's Gate, but set in Hogwarts. That would be so sick. Yeah, all of my friends were like, when we went to the Harry Potter store. Wait, let me see it. Let me pull up some pictures of it actually. Harry Potter store NYC. I guess it's like a permanent thing. Oh, it's a flagship store. I had no idea. I didn't even know you could do all this stuff here. Okay. I know you could get butterbeer. They do have like a butterbeer bar. I didn't try it though. Explore the store. Yeah, it was really like cute on the inside. They have like all of this like stuff, you know, and I don't even know what any of it. Like, ooh, a telephone booth. Like, why? Because it's British. The ministry phone box. Yeah, whatever that means. I knew the frogs. But it's like, I wouldn't say it's a small shop, but it doesn't feel like that big either. But they did a really good job at putting things like, I don't know, like separating parts of the store to make it feel really big. Maybe it is a big store actually. I don't know. It's been a while since I last went. Atrium. Aw. I do remember seeing this. I don't remember seeing Hagrid back there, but I remember seeing this. But yeah, there's like all that merch you can get, and I just thought like, man, it must be like really fun to have seen all the movies and to go, you know, do this. So now that I've seen the first movie, I was thinking like maybe I'll get like a Hufflepuff, like, I don't know, something that I can just like cozy up with while I watch the movies. And I don't know, just get really into it. Like, I wonder, by the time that I finish the movies, how would my enjoyment of the store change? Because before I'm just like, damn, it's packed in here. Like, I get it's popular, but like, really? Like, everybody's going here? Toys and games. I wonder if I could get like an actual picture of the inside. They had like a whole butterbeer place too, on like one side of it, and I thought that was kind of cute. I wish they would do this for like other franchises, but then again, I don't really know what other franchises you can do this for. I think like what hooks people in for the Harry Potter part is like the personality test of what house you'll get sorted into. Because I know that drew me in. You can get all your merch in there. I think this is the part that I see on the outside. No, that's the show. Wait, you think that they're doing like one? I didn't even think about that. You think they're like, no, not abracadabra, Avada Kedavra, and then you got like the little special effects. You think they got stuff shooting out their wands? I never even thought about that. Because I always thought like, why would you go see this on the Broadway? But then again, I don't know. Maybe the special effects go crazy. Yeah, you could get like really expensive merch there. Oh, one of my friends gave me a bracelet with this thing on there. Now that I think about it, I don't know why. Maybe she was into Harry Potter. But yeah, the only like thing that I really knew about Harry Potter was like the signing up for the school part, because that's the part that I did over and over and over again when I was like looking into role plays and stuff that I wanted to join. You know, thinking about like what is it, your animal that you want, and like getting your wand and stuff. Like that's usually like the starting threads that you would do. And you might bump into like other characters, or you would plot to bump into other characters at that part. What is all this? Oh, you could get, oh, that is so cute. You could get like actual wand. This is like in the movie. Oh man, you see, even just watching one movie, I'm just like, look at how they decorate it. Okay, maybe now I'm kind of excited to finish the rest of it. Try out the butterbeer. Yeah. It's so funny because I don't know like how well this would have fared if it wasn't just for like the boarding school aspect. To me, that's the #1 fun part. And it's actually fun because I think in England, like the boarding schools, or maybe I don't know if like all schools, but I remember like looking into it one time and seeing that like at least some of the older schools, they actually do have houses that you would get sorted into. Sorted? I don't know. Or do you pick it? I don't know. But they would have houses and like prefects and stuff. I was like, what? No way! I think in my school, we kind of had something like that in my 7th grade. But it was like sorted by like what your homeroom was. So you would have like, well, my middle school was only 7th grade and 8th grade. But you would have like 7-1, 7-2, 7-3 or something. And I don't know how you can get points or like, but throughout the school year, you can get points for like your team 7-1, 7-2, 7-3. And like I remember in the beginning of the school year there was like a door decorating that you could do, and then whoever won that would get points. And then the more that I talk about it, it does sound like Harry Potter. You get points for your house, and you can... I don't remember what you get at the end. You get like a pizza party at the end? I don't know. I guess my team never won. Sucks, you're only doing it for 2 years. But yeah, I remember you could get like points and stuff. I don't remember how else you could... Oh, every quarter they would have a hillside assembly. So we'll go over to the hill, the entire school, and they had like a little stage on the side, and you could like participate in like these games and stuff. So like one of the games that they had that I remember was trying to, like, you know how you can like freeze a t-shirt? You roll up the t-shirt, you dunk it in like water, and then you freeze it, and then you have to unravel it, and then whoever could get the t-shirt on first would like win something. And they had like an egg walk thing and like, you know, stuff like that. And I think if your team won, you could get like more badges on your poster. They had the poster in the cafeteria. I think it was like something that the teachers decorated or something. I don't know. But you can like add the badges onto there if you won. But I don't remember what happens if you win at the end of the school year, which is funny. I was only at that school for 1 year, which is a shame. I really did love that school. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What's the time? Okay. I want to be chatting more, but maybe I shouldn't too much. I checked my DMs. I got a DM from Aki. Love your thumbnails, Boomi. Thank you, Aki. I'll have to... Let's see. Yes, because I want to send the raid over to one of my friends, Edia Lulu, who's having her birthday today. When she's doing like call-ins and stuff. She's doing it all afternoon. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna raid right now, but she's gonna be raiding for streaming for a couple more hours. But yeah, I think we might head over there soon-ish. I feel like we did like a bit of casual talking, so I guess I might as well talk about maybe a little bit more detail about small hiatus, spring break. I feel like hiatus gives it like a not indefinite kind of feel, but sort of, right? Because you have people who go on indefinite hiatus. I feel like hiatus has a little bit of like a bad vibes. Spring break. I'm going on spring break. Let's see. Yeah, basically what it says right there. I put I'm leaving, but every time I glance up there, I'm like, what? Did I type lesbian on accident? No, I'm leaving for 1 month. This isn't gonna be our final stream before I go. We have a little bit of something fun planned for April Fools. I thought you typed lesbian. Yeah, it's my coming out stream. That's why I have to leave for a month. I have to. No, yeah, like I said in the beginning, I've been saying this for a couple weeks too. I'm gonna go to Japan for about 2 weeks. I'm leaving Wednesday. And quite honestly, the last few months have been rather hectic. I started a new role at the Demon HQ back in like August, and you know, like right after that we had the very kind STPR acquisition, and there's just been a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, a lot of fun positive changes within the company, but it's also just, you know, changes nonetheless. I think it was just like a lot of things happening at once, so I feel like just need a bit of time to do a bit of a reset, a little bit of a catch up, catch my breath a little bit. And I thought, hey, why not just couple that with the trip? It feels a little bit selfish to be gone for like a whole month, but I thought maybe it'd be better to just, I'm gonna want to catch up, like, not catch up, but like, what is it? After an international trip, you kind of want to decompress a little bit. So I thought, why not just make that like a big decompression? It does feel a little bit selfish to be gone for a month, but don't worry. You have plenty of other talents to watch while I'm gone. So I hope that, you can enjoy other members of the Lucid community. And it's not like I'm going to be like completely dropping off the face of the earth. I feel like, I'm probably just gonna be just not streaming, but because of that, I am gonna miss you guys. So I'll probably be in the Discord and maybe on Twitter a little bit more often. Which might be good because I'm not that much of like I'm a lurker. Like if you were to look, if I could count all the comments that I've left in my entire life online on social media, it'd probably be under like 100. And I've been on the internet for a long time. If you were to count YouTube comments that I've left in my entire life, I could probably count it on my hands and my toes. Aye, welcome. Hello. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Take as much time as you need. You guys are so kind. And you know what's funny? I keep thinking like, it's like on one hand, it's like, oh man, I feel very like, not excited for the break, but I can already tell that it's going to be a good thing because I'm already thinking like, I can't wait to come back. I'm already thinking about all the stuff that I want to do when I come back. So, yeah. Literally, like the other day, I was thinking like, man, there's so much that I want to do when I come back in May, but like, should I just not go on a break at all? But no, not gonna do that. If I end up thinking like, man, this break sucks, then I'll just live with it. It's a forced break. I don't think I've ever taken this long off before from streaming. I started streaming in like, what, 2021? There's been times where I've been like falling off like my consistency, but I wouldn't say that I took like a full month off before. There'll be times where I'll be like canceling streams or like, moving things around a lot and all that, but honestly, the journey as a content creator has been something. I feel like you kind of expect it to be one thing. Or at least for me, I expected it to be like, okay, like kind of like very rigid, like this is what I want to do and this is what I'm gonna stick to. But I feel like in a way, like not even this is what I want to, this is who I am, this is what I'm gonna make, this is what I want to stick to, blah 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 blah. But I feel like in a way, like it kind of left me with more questions than answers. Is this who I am? Is this what I want to put online forever? Who am I? Giving me an existential crisis. Not really, but yeah. I don't know. Either way. I'll be gone for a month. Starting April. I mean, I guess technically April 2nd. That's right. I keep thinking Monday is, well, I know Monday is not April, but I keep thinking Wednesday is April 3rd. Wednesday is April 2nd. I leave Wednesday. I haven't packed. When I saw my brother yesterday, he kept saying like, I was relying on him low-key. I was just like, hey, have you thought about what you want to do while we're there? Because my mom, she's like not freaking out, but she's been calling us being like, hey Boomy, hey Boom Bro, like, do you know what you want to do? Like, what are we gonna do when we get there? I don't want to waste a single second, okay? We've just been so busy, we haven't thought about it at all. My brother said, because he moved out from his apartment, he moved back home with my parents. And this was 2 weeks ago too. He said he hasn't even had the chance to unpack. So I was like, well, I mean, that's good because that means you don't have to pack for when we go at least. I hope to be able to share a lot of pictures with you guys and stuff. Especially of Okinawa. I love sharing like my hometown. Yeah, hometown. I didn't really grow up there, but I was born there. Do you guys know Okinawa? Oh, what's the weather? 10-day forecast. Okay, Wednesday rain. Thursday cloudy. Friday sunny. Saturday cloudy. And it's gonna be like 70s. Tuesday showers. Okay, so it's gonna be like half rainy while I'm there, but like half sunny. Okay, not bad, not bad. How long are you gonna be back? I'm gonna be there. Well, I'm gonna be in Japan for 2 weeks. Bulk of it is gonna be in Okinawa, and then we're gonna spend like the last 4 days in Tokyo. But my mom was like, she was like, maybe we should spend more time in Tokyo. But I bought the cheapest ticket, so I can't change my time. But because like everybody is older now, so everybody's working. They got kids. Like my cousins have kids and stuff. So I don't know. I really don't know like what we're gonna be doing in Okinawa for all that time. But at least I'm not gonna be by myself. It's gonna be me, my mom, and my brother. I'm gonna get my lashes done. Just because it's going to be cheap there. Never got my lashes done in my life. But I figured, like, with the conversion, I think it's probably, like $30 or something? Instead of, like, I don't know, probably here in the city, you could get, like, 50 or so. I don't know. But I was just like, might as well try. I don't even... I think it's, like, curls or something. I don't think it's extensions, but curls. I'll try that and maybe like eat some food. I don't know. Every time we go back, it's usually just like a nostalgia tour because we will go back so infrequently. It'll be like every 5 years or so, and it'll just be like, wow, remember we used to go to that school? Wow, that used to be our apartment. Oh look, the bus used to pick us up on this corner. It would just be like that, you know. Or we would always go to the Churaumi Aquarium. Let me show you pictures of this, actually. This used to be the largest aquarium in the world, but I think they beat it in, like... I don't know if the Georgia Aquarium, like the one at Atlanta, is bigger. The Churaumi Aquarium. They do, like, whale shark conservancy. Is that the word? Conservant... I don't know. But, oh, that's the wrong... We go here all the time. Like every single year we go back. Like this was on the list. So they have like this huge tank and you can like walk under it and see like the whale sharks and stuff. It's very pretty. It's what it looks like on the outside. Okay, that's an awful picture. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean... Yeah, I've been there so many times now where it's kind of like, I mean, I'd be down to go, but it's like, I'd be down to go with people who've never been before. Like, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. Like, I could probably, so you have like this area here, and then in the back, you kind of have like stadium seating, so you could just sit there and just, you know, watch the fish tank all day. I think they probably even have, what do you call it? Like, you know those videos where it's like 4 hours of like chill aquarium? I think they have one of this place. But I love the sea snakes. That's my favorite animal over there. That might be the only reason that I go back. Sea snake? Sea snake? Sea eel? What's the little guy? You know the little guys that stick out? Eel that lives in sand. What are they called? Heterocronger. What's your favorite animal? Oh, garden eel. Okay, that's the word. That's the word. A garden eel. It's like, yeah, I like the heterocronger. Oh, heteroconger. Here, let me move so I can show this to you. Wait, it's not the right one. Toe. Okay, I'll just save this picture. I remember the second that I saw this animal. .jpg underscore large. Why did they save the pictures in these funny little like web.p? Who knows this? Okay, here it is. It finally shows up. These guys, I saw them at the aquarium and I'm like, dude, they're just chilling there in the sand, just all of them just hanging out like this. I'm like, that is so cute. So I ended up getting they have like a lot of merch of this thing. Oh, I wish I had. Is my hand cam set up? Let's see. Browser. Rip. Let's see if I can get my hand cam set up real quick. Wait, let me go in studio mode real quick, just to make sure that I'm not getting the wrong thing up. And then let's go here, and let's try this. Okay, maybe. Oh. Okay, I think I can get it set up real quick. Like, let me. I have to turn my shirt backwards. My shirt has something, a little doxy on there, so I'm gonna turn it backwards. Okay. Let's get our hand cam in here. Bam. Hand cam, okay. Alright. Here it is. I got this last time that I was there. I think in Japan they're called Annagi? Annago. That's what it is. But yeah, I got this. They're in the jar. I wish I could focus a little bit more, but oh, there it is. Aren't they adorable, right? So cute. And then I had I know I lost this thing like twice now, but they have like this orange one as like, you know, like the thing with the little suction cup on the bottom. I had like one for that one too. And I remember when I moved, I lost it, and I bought a new one when I went back. And now that I think about it, I haven't seen that guy in a while, so he's probably not here. And then just because I have another Okinawa thing, I also have this. This is a... Let me move this mouse. You have a Shisa dog, which his ear fell off because I think this fell off. I think it fell off my shelf or something. Didn't realize, but his ear is gone. But in Okinawa, you have very special... Oh, I wish it would focus. You probably can't tell, but in the mix of the blue sand, they have a special like star-shaped sands. Come on, focus. Can you see it? Oh, that's better. You see that? Shaped like stars. So that's like a nice little souvenir that I got while I was there. Yeah, the Shisa dog is like I guess they have it in Japan. I've seen like but when I grew up, my mom was like, oh, this is a very like special Okinawa thing. But I've seen like these guys on like the like on the houses in Japan too. So I mean, I'm still trying to learn more about like my own heritage and stuff. But Japan, you have Shisa dog. I have bigger ones actually. Wait right here. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So these ones, this is the set that I got last time. I think, oh man, I think I don't know. I know one of them is male, one of them is female, and I think the meaning could differ. But I think they say that this one is to keep the good spirits in. That's why the mouth is closed. And then this one is to keep the bad spirits out, which is why it's open. And I think this one's the male and this one's the female. But either way, they usually come in like a set like this. And you would put it like by the entrance of your door. Which is why I've seen it like a lot in Japanese houses where they would have it like on their fit. their fence gate, which made me think like, oh, why is it like special to Okinawa? Like I feel like I've seen, but I think maybe there's just like a different kind of animal. I don't know, but these, I think Okinawa like back in the day was like really close with like China, like they were pretty close trading partners. Actually, the castle in Okinawa, which is the Shurijo Castle, it burnt down a couple years ago. I got to see it like literally like 3 years before it burnt down. I got really lucky. But Shurijo Castle is a very unique castle in Japan because it's the only only Japanese castle that is modeled after like Chinese aesthetics. I think is specifically, actually, you know what? I don't want to spread misinformation. Let's see. It was neglected. In 1945, it was mostly destroyed because of the Battle of Okinawa. Okinawa was also like a huge World War II site too. They have something about like the post-war decline, the fire construction. I don't know. I was hoping to see something about like, at least at a glance, about the like what was inspired by Gusuku Castle, a fortress. Either way, that's one of the things that I want to do when I go back is for sure I don't know, like see more of like my cultural heritage. I think I know that like Okinawa had its own you can even see here, like I know that they had like their own culture, their own language. So like Ryukyu, I think is from, I think that's what the Chinese called Okinawa, but I think Okinawans called themselves Uchinaonshu. And then you speak Uchinanguchi. So like, you know, in Japan, I have like a paper. Maybe I'll use this as a paper. Oh, do I even know how to write this? Wait, let me use this. Let's see. Do I remember my kanji? 1, 2, 3. I don't think I remember. No, I don't remember. But you know, like in Japanese, like you have like Nihongo, Chugokugo, Eigo, right? So you have go at the end, which is stands for language, right? Versus like in Okinawan, I think you would say guchi like your mouth, like kuchi, but with a G. They had like their own language, own culture. Yeah, Ryukyu is the archipelago that like all the islands chain, and I think it has like over 100 something islands and stuff. But yeah, you have the Ryukyuan Kingdom. Oh yeah. And then you have Okinawa as like the main island too. But I think once it was taken by the Japanese government, which is kind of funny. I say I live in the tropic. I lived in Hawaii, right? And it really like blew my mind how similar it was, because you had Okinawa, they had their king who was placed under arrest by the colonizing like Japanese kingdom, which was similar to how Hawaii ended up being part of the United States, because they put the Queen Liliuokalani under house arrest, and she wasn't able to like govern her kingdom or something. It's been a while since I took Hawaiian history, but I remember learning that, and I remember thinking like, wow, like, huh. Actually, fun fact, the Aloha Oi, remember, if you've seen Lilo and Stitch, Aloha Oi is in that. But Aloha Oi, is that the state song, I think? But that was Queen Liliuokalani, it was Queen Liliuokalani, right? I'm quite sure it was. Queen Liliuokalani. It's the only queen regent and the last sovereign monarch. She, I believe, wrote Aloha Oi while she was in house arrest by the American government, I believe. I remember, I think it's true. I don't know if it was like the legend or like the myth, but I think it's true. But if you were to go to like the Royal Palace in Honolulu, you can see that she... No, wait, what was it? She had her handprint as she was like writing the song or like singing the song or something, and you can still see her handprint on the window of the palace, or something like that. I don't remember. History lesson. This was like maybe 100 years ago. When did she pass? She passed in 1917. Sorry, I'm like covering it up. But I mean, it's just words. Yeah, I loved learning Hawaiian history when I was there. I thought it was really, really fun. Well, a little bit sad, but yeah, quite fun. There's one part called Polly Lookout. That's what it was. Oh my gosh, Polly Lookout. I wonder if I remember this. It's been so long since but it's like this, I wonder if it's still open. When me and my family went here one time, let's get the browser up. There it is. And it's like on the top of this mountain, and it's super duper windy over there too. And I think that they said that this is where, King Kamehameha, because King Kamehameha, I think he was from Oahu. I don't remember. But basically, like, he went to, like, all the islands and, was, you know, fighting them. Oh! This is the art that was in our history books. This is what all the art in our history books look like. Yeah. So King Kamehameha, when he was, like, going over conquering the islands, I think Polly Lookout, I think Oahu was, like, one of the last places that he had to conquer. So he brought all his dudes over there, and he's like fighting like all like the regional kings, so that way he could become the main guy. And they went to go fight over here, and over here, crazy windy, crazy. Like, look at this lady. I almost saw grandma like fly away when I was over here. It's just super duper windy. But yeah, King Kamehameha took all his guys to go over there and fight, and I think they just started. It was windy. They threw people off. I don't know if it was haunted, but yeah, I just remember like learning about like how everybody fell off, and I thought that is terrifying. Can you imagine fighting a battle and you're getting just pushed closer and closer to the edge? No thanks. No thanks. Hawaiian history was low-key brutal. They had, I think like you couldn't even step in the king's shadow or else you would get like severely punished. They also had like the kapu sticks. Oh, actually, if you were to watch Lilo and Stitch, one of the things that I noticed was in front of Lilo's room, she had, I think, was it the word kapu? I think. Wait, let me look. Lilo and Stitch kapu. Yeah. She had the word kapu in front of her room. And if I remember correctly, kapu is like a little, like it was like the sticks that were be like, this is like forbidden. So basically it's kind of like her do not enter, like it's like specifically for royals too. I think kapu was also, wait, let me look here, was it also laws? Tumblr, including Fiji and taboo. Oh, like keep out. Wait, but then what was the kapu stick? I remember like you couldn't even like step on the the shadow of the Ali'i. Ali'i is what the king is called. Yeah, taboo mark. Oh no. Okay. So maybe it's not called a kapu stick, but it's called a sorry. A pu I'm gonna have to take this slow. Pulo ulo'u. Often called kapu sticks, are symbols denoting the kapu of Hawaiian ali'i, chiefs or royals, and symbolizing the deceased ancestors of the ali'i. They are traditionally symbols of authority, which are used in modern times, including in the... Oh, I didn't know it was in the state seal. But yeah, I just remember, I think I remember when we went to like, they had a museum called the Bishop Museum. And I think they had like kapu sticks over there. But yeah. I think like, I remember also learning like as a kid, you don't get clothes until you're like 12 years old or something. So you just got children just like running around naked until they get 12. You turn 12 and then you get kids, not kids, you get clothes. Because I remember thinking like, wow, I wouldn't even have clothes yet if I lived here like 300 years ago. They had to tell us to be mature about it because there's like a lot of nudity in our history books. And I mean, I think it kind of gave me a little bit of a warped perspective on like world history too, because we learned Hawaiian history 5th grade and 7th grade, and beyond that, I mean, you would learn like a little bit of like American history, but not like world history. So I remember like thinking that the 1700s, because in the 1700s, I think that's when like King Kamehameha was like going around and like beating everybody up on the islands. Wait, let me see. King Kamehameha. Yeah, King Kamehameha the First. He died in 1819. That's insane. I always imagined him to be like this, like way back in the day kind of figure, especially because like, yeah, I mean, you saw those pictures, right? And I don't know. 1819, 1761. Yeah, because we will learn like how the Hawaiian culture was, like how what's some things that I remember. I remember the kapu sticks. I remember like a little bit about the ali'i. Remember like King Kamehameha going to go fight everybody. I remember they taught us like how they removed salt from the water. I think was that it, or like how they went fishing, like how they would have like the little like fishing squares and catch fish or something like that. And then all of a sudden you had, was it Captain Cook came to the islands? The first time he came, Hawaii, they had like these seasons, right? So they had like the kind of like the warring season, and you had like the play season, where it was just like a lot of festivals and they're playing games. They had like bowling too. Oh, Hawaiian bowling. I'm going down like memory lane right now. I haven't thought about this in a long time. Ulu Maika is what it was called. But you would just like roll like these little like discs down. So maybe like you'll have like a little thing, and you just like roll your disc so that way you can get it in between like here, right? And you'll just roll it down. So they'll do stuff like that. Well, anyways, Captain Cook came over to the Hawaiian Islands. Let's just use this as Captain Cook. And everybody out here is like, oh yeah, we're having fun. You know, we're feasting, we're having fun. Captain Cook comes in. He's like, well, hello, everybody. And they're just like, whoa, look at that guy's ship. Like, look at all that like technology that he has. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, oh, he must be the gods. Like, the gods must have sent him. Oh, you're right. The gods must have sent him. That's why he has like all of that like that nice boat and stuff. And like, it's perfect because it's playtime. hey, Captain Cook, you want to hang out with us? Well, man, these guys must think that I'm a god. Yeah, I'd like to hang out. So they're all having a good time. Mind you, I learned this like 15, 20 years ago, so it might be inaccurate. But they're all having a good time. Captain Cook's like, all right, well, see you later. He goes back onto his boat, and he's just like, man, those guys really loved us. Yeah, maybe we should come back and take advantage of them. So they leave on their boat. The Hawaiian, they come back a different season, but it's the warring season now. And then these guys are just like, ah, yeah, fight. Captain Cook comes back. He's like, hello, Hawaiians. It's me, the glorious Captain Cook. How's it hanging? Why is he back? Yeah, it's not the play season anymore. Like, what? I don't think he's a god, dude. And then they start fighting him. They beat him up. I think this is on the Big Island. Yeah, he came back at the wrong time. At the very wrong time. They're just like, this guy is a fraud. He's not a god. He took advantage of us last time. And I think the rumor is that they ate him. That's what they told us. I think they couldn't find the body. So people were like, I think they ate him. But I don't know if that's like the official history. This is because, you know, we were kids when we learned this. I think they taught us like the watered down version, and you know, they don't want to get like too deep in like the intricacies and the nuances of like what Captain Cook's visits actually meant. So that's my rough recollection of that. Apparently they ate him. You can still go see his grave too. Captain Cook. Wait, let's see eaten. Oh, it's a foolish rumor. At least that's what this one says. SBS. How the foolish rumor that Hawaiians ate Cook began. The death of James Cook. As part of an honor ritual... Oh. Okay. Okay, so as part of an honor ritual, Cook's heart was eaten by the 4 most powerful Hawaiian chiefs. At the request from the British, some of his remains were returned to his crew for burial at sea. So they ate part of him, but they didn't eat the whole thing. Oh, he tried to take the Ali'i hostage! Cook and his men launched from the Resolution along with a company of armed marines. They went directly to the ruling chief's enclosure where Kalani Opu'u was still sleeping. They woke him and directed him, urgently but without threat, to come with them. Ah, you know, I kind of remember learning about that too. Man, dude, I ate up Hawaiian history as a kid. I thought it was so sick. And I think it's because, I mean, because this happened, he died February 14th, 1779, right? So I think because like all of this happened and like, you know, in like world history, you have to go through like thousands and thousands of years. And like for me, it was really hard to piece together the transition between things. Like I feel like I'm just now realizing, like, I know that like the Roman Empire was huge, but you know, you go through like the Roman Empire, and I remember, I think right after that we went to like around like British history or something, or maybe like the like general like European history. But it's hard to like, you kind of break it up into chapters. You don't really see like how it really like all blends in together. Whereas at least I feel like with Hawaiian history, because we were really only focusing on like 200-300 years, you can really like see it all blend in together, like what, like the chain reaction of it, where I feel like it could have just been like how I was being taught, but I feel like I didn't really get that understanding until later in life when it came to like wider like world history and stuff. But yeah, they ate his heart. Man, maybe while I'm gone, I'll do a little like look back at Hawaiian history, see what I can remember, and then maybe we could do like a little recollection. Here, let me turn off the hand cam. Yeah, I love history. I love history so much. I think what oh, F, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. If we get copyright struck today, it's all okay. Thanks to F support. Thank you so much. I was like, what is that notification? I've never heard that before. I don't remember learning that dark of things in history. I think, did they tell us that they ate him? I don't remember if that's what the teacher said, but I'm pretty sure, because where else would I have heard that? I was just like, oh, well, damn. I mean, you know, I remember thinking like that it was maybe a little bit excessive, but I saw where they were coming from. I mean, they tried to kidnap the king, so you know, you can't do that. And he came back at the wrong time. That's so funny. I remember thinking like that's, I mean, I don't know. It's probably watered down. Let me look at his Wikipedia page. He's from England, Yorkshire, England. Sorry. I have to treat the Brits with respect. Return to England, second voyage. Oh yeah. Okay. What's the first voyage? First voyage of James Cook. Wow. Where did he go? He went he went from England all the way down South America. He did a little loop-de-loop around New Zealand, went over Australia and like Southeast Asia, and down the Horn of Africa. Is that what the bottom of Africa is called? And then, dude, well, how did he end up in Hawaii? I don't think is this the same one? New Zealand, Australian coast. Okay, so maybe, can you imagine how long was he at sea for? From 1768 to 1771. He wanted to observe the transit of Venus from Tahiti and seek evidence of the postulated Terra Australis Incognita, or the undiscovered South Island. Oh, so maybe just like Australia? Oh no, it's a hypothetical continent. So he's like, I gotta go see this for myself. That's a long time. Wow. Okay, anyways. 3 years on the ship? 3 years straight? But then again, he got to see a lot. He really did get to see a lot. What even do for... I know, right? Like, I hope you don't hate everybody. 3 years? But then again, he did get to, like... He literally saw, like, the bottom half of the world. It must have been kind of cool. But then again, he also had, like, a bunch of pirates out. Okay, second voyage. Second voyage, he was the commander. Okay, this is where he went to Tahiti. Okay. The third voyage is when he went to Hawaii, I guess. So he did this back to back. Wait, okay, so the first voyage was 1768 to 1771. He went 1 year later from 1772 to 1775 on his second voyage, and then the third voyage another 1 year later from 1770. So all of these were 3-year voyages with a year in between. Can you imagine doing that for a decade of your life? Just ship for 3 years, 1 year break, another ship for 3. This guy was working. He was working, man. He was on the grind mentality. Back then, there is a theory that all the land masses in Earth should be balanced. This made a lot of people theorize that there was a huge landmass in the south. Oh, later they gave this name to Australia itself. That's crazy. Isn't it funny, like, what they used to think back then? But then it's like, what else would you think? That's so... I don't know. Like, it's so curious, right? Yeah, I couldn't be like on a boat for that. Like, I could barely handle the idea that I'm going to be flying for like 16, 18 hours in like a couple days. And the fact that this guy's like, I'm going to be on the ship for 3 years and then I'm going to have one year break does not sound long enough. And then he's like, all right, time to go back for another 3 years. This guy must have loved the sea. Excuse me. Yeah, people thought the Earth was... one of my favorite, like, old theories, I guess, is the 4 humors. Oh man, this girl's super sick. We should train her of her blood. or even like the what is it? That smells make you sick with like the witch doctor masks. So they just put like a lot of, is it like a potpourri kind of stuff in there. They were on the right track. I mean, it's funny because it's like they thought like, oh, you know, as long as it smells good, like I'm not gonna get sick, and it inadvertently reinforced their idea that they were correct because they are wearing a mask. Just like, dude, it's the mask that works, okay? Like, I wish I could travel back in time and let them know. It's the mask, and don't forget to wash your hands. Imagine how late the flow of news were, right? Like, I was just thinking the other day, like, if like a king died or something, would it be nice to be the guy? I didn't know, like the Paul Revere type of dude, just going around like, here ye here. I'm sure he had a crew though, not Paul Revere specifically, but like the guys who have to like go out and spread the news. But yeah, is that all that they do? Like, it must be a nice job in a way. You get to see your country, but then again, the streets must have been really dangerous too. I remember in the 4th grade we learned that if you had a headache, they would open your head and drain the head. Which is funny because it feels like something that you would do, right? I've been getting like awful migraines, just like randomly too. I don't really know. My brother is like more of a migraine kind of guy. I just started getting them literally this year. Maybe like once every other month. I had one in January and then I had another one like 2 weeks ago. Just out of nowhere, my head is just pounding. But it feels like, right, your brain has expanded and like it's just too big for your skull. Like, doesn't that, it feels just like that. And you know, if I didn't know how to get rid of it, I would be thinking like, man, I wish that I could like drain my head. There's once a war between Spain and Portugal, and it took a year for the news to reach South America, and only then the war started there. After the war, what? It started there after the war ended, so it also took a, what? They shouldn't have even told those guys then. I would be like, no, don't. If it takes a year, don't worry about it. We got them. We'll beat them by then. No need to even let our colonies know. I have faith that we're gonna beat them by then. That's so funny. I love history for like that kind of stuff. Just like, you know, the small differences of everyday life. And then it's like when you get to like read like personal anecdotes and stuff too. Like, you know what always makes me cry? The stories of like is it the ancient Romans? Or maybe it could have been the Greeks. I think it might have been the Romans, where they left like notes for their dead pets, and they're just like, you're the best friend I ever had when I got you. You're gonna be the best friend I ever had for like the rest of my life. Like, my life is meaningless without you, my little doggy. You know, it's just like, you know, you can think about like how different, wildly different things are, especially for them coming up to here, and not so much for us going back there. But I mean, maybe even then, but like how different, like wildly different, like not just like, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, it's just so different. But at the core, like, we are all still the same. We still have, like, I don't know, the same hopes and dreams. Like, I don't know, just like that small thread of humanity that connects us all with, like, every single person that has lived before us. All the millions of people that have lived before us. We've all had to take a shit, you know? We've all had the feeling of like, man, I really gotta go dookie right now, right? Like, small things like that. Or even just like being embarrassed, or like your first heartbreak, or just like, I don't know, just the small heartbeats of life. It makes me feel happy to think like that's something that we all go through. There's even land conquered by Brazil that was not in the peace agreement, and it was a headache to decide to whom it belonged once Brazil became independent. Wait, so did it, did Brazil keep it then? It was just like, okay, yeah, we'll have it. That must have sucked for the people who lived there. there's like a little bit more, I don't know, like America's camaraderie. Maybe it's just like where I am, I don't really feel it, but it's like, I don't know, it feels like we're all kind of cousins, you know? Cousins of colonialism. It's kind of, maybe it could be like Hitalia brain rotting my brain, but it feels like that way with like Canada, Australia, US, of course. Who else would be in there? And maybe even India too. It's like, look at us, brothers, my brothers. My England was our daddy brothers. Yeah, I don't know. I like to see like the parts where I guess kind of like a transitionary period, because I feel like how history is broken up, at least when you learn about it, you're learning about it unit by unit, which makes sense to like be able to group the information together. But to me, it just kind of feels like, you know, you end the episode and it's the next episode carrying over, right? If that makes sense. It feels like more, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I don't know. I like history because I like humans. Anyways, I think I've been streaming for long enough. My neck is actually getting a little sore, so I'm probably gonna stretch after this, which is very important. If you have been sitting down as long as I have, which is exactly what I'm gonna do, make sure you give your body a nice big stretch. Dude, oh man, my neck is super sore. Did I sleep wrong? Don't forget to stay hydrated, drink some water, and last but not least, treat yourself to something very, very special while I'm gone. You know, you have a whole month of April to treat yourself to something special with, okay? I forgot I posted a meme. I was like, what are these replies that I'm getting? Go check out my Twitter if you want to see the meme that I posted. Fun on your trip, thank you. I'm probably gonna be posting, I don't know about Twitter, but I'll try and post in the Discord. I don't know, we'll see how busy I am, but I feel like while I'm visiting family, I shouldn't be too busy, so everybody's got work. But yeah, when I come back, I'll definitely be posting a little bit more. I hope that you guys have a wonderful spring break yourself. I have been, I was trying to say something. I don't even know what I was trying to say. Yeah, I don't know. Just have a good spring break. If you need to like clean up your room, take the time to do that. That's what I need to do. If you need to add stretching into your routine, do that. That's also what I'm gonna do. If you need to delete files off your computer, do that. That's also what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, take the time while I'm not streaming to either do some spring cleaning yourself, get ready for all the warm weather that's coming up so that way you can enter the summer clutter-free, or even better, take the time to enjoy all the other Lucid multimedia talents, okay? We are going to, we already had Osiris Gen debut, their 2.0 yesterday, Reiya Sumire, and then tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we have Mizuki Himeno, who's doing her 2.0 debut tonight as well. So go ahead and check out the new members of well, not new members of Lucid. I was gonna say of Venus. Not really of Venus, but kind of like an offshoot of us, because they are connected to our lore, but they're not in the same gen, if that makes sense. So yeah, go check them out, especially while I'm gone. All right, we're gonna send the raid over to Aria Lulu, who's doing her birthday stream today. I'm gonna find a time to do a little spontaneous poke call-in. So yeah. I hope to see you guys later. Go ahead and stick into Aries stream for a little bit. I have to pick out my time slot. But yeah, stick in this Aries stream for a little bit. Enjoy. She's so talented. She's so funny. I think if you like me, you will love her. Let's see. Okay, yeah. If you stick in there for like 20 minutes, I think yeah, I'm gonna try and make an appearance there at like 2 p.m. Okay? Alright. So thank you guys so much. I kind of don't want to end it because it's like when are we gonna talk to you guys next? Yeah. Just keep up with me on Discord and on the socials, okay? On Twitter, it's at STFUBoomy, and then on Discord, I'm sure you guys are already in there, but I will share that here. !Discord for the link. And until I see you next time, take care.